going on, world? It's your boy at Big Game James _36, and this is Big Games BS Evening Edition. Had some stuff to do this morning, so we came in, got the show going off on the right way. On the evening editions, especially if we can catch a lot of people while they're not, while they're not doing much, we definitely can manipulate the conversation in whatever direction we need to go, especially if there is in fact a super chat available with it. But before we get into all of what's going on, let's get an opportunity to be able to start our show off the way we start each and every show off, with a good word of prayer.
You already know what time it is, dog. Thank you, God, for another day. Thank you, God, for another day. Thank you, God. God is great. All the time. All the time. Nobody wanna thank you, God. Thank you, God.
Man, all right, let me put this one share where it needs to go, and then we're gonna talk about what we need to talk about. Actually, you can go ahead and pull up what you got right now, Miles. July 11th, counting down, trying to get the teams confirmed. Damn, the state's trying to get rid of this bread, man. You'd be shocked at how many people don't want to make any money and who doesn't really have faith in their teams, but trying to get this last little high school scrimmage in before the season starts, with the $10,000 prize available to the winner. Winner takes all. I'm definitely going to have Mandarin out there trying to get Venice, Victory Christian, some other schools to be able to come in and step to the plate. But should be a good thing. A lot of competition. A good little showcase going on in Jacksonville, Florida. Getting people to compete. That's one of the things that we have that I'm really, really looking forward to this summer outside of my book bag drives. On to the next. This weekend, in Tallahassee, we're doing the Tallahassee Legends Camp. That one still has the original 3, but we had Super Bowl champion BJ Daniels from out of there. Pat Watkins played at Lincoln, was in the same recruiting class as me, played for the Dallas Cowboys. Amari Gaynor, currently plays for the New England Patriots. Former Knoll as well as North Carolina Tar Heel, and he participated in last year's Super Bowl. And then you just got me, the only person with no Super Bowl. Well, no, my bad. Pat doesn't have a Super Bowl either, but all 4 guys NFL experience, all 4 guys from out of the Tallahassee area. Camp is going on. I just found out. Actually, Miles, can you click on the Tally Legends Camp? Because somebody told me something. I want to make sure it's true, which is a good thing if this is true. If we can go find where you can register at. Yeah, right there. Click on the register now. Oh, I guess it is true. The event is at capacity, so we are full go. That's good. I don't know what capacity is, but she told me it was over 200 registered, so I guess capacity is somewhere over 200. So that's good to know. Supposed to be doing an interview at 4:00 tomorrow, so that should be fun. Tallahassee Legends Camp, just some of the things that I get to do in the community.
I'm staying in Tallahassee. We're moving on to Florida State. We're already doing the odds.
Oh man, yeah, I already said I'm taking that. I'm taking the over. I believe FSU is going to win by FSU will win 7 games or more. I do believe that. I don't know if I want to put $100, but I wouldn't mind if I had a little spare change putting $100 on FSU to win the ACC. I'd blow that.
Man.
I don't think it's gonna happen, but I would blow it. I mean, so I just had this in my group chat. So somebody like said that Florida State only has better talent than 50% of the schedule. I said that's not true at all. Florida State, it's 30, I believe it's 33% of the schedule. Florida State isn't better than. So that's 4 games. So 67 to 70% of the Florida State schedule, they're better than. They're better than New Mexico State. They're better than Central Arkansas. We can go ahead, scratch those 2 names off the list. They're still better than NC State, Pitt, Boston College, and Virginia this year. So that right there gets you to 6. Beat SMU, or beat Louisville. That gets you to 7 or 8. And I believe by the end of the season, Florida's going to be on the last leg. But you know, they got whooped by Florida, but whipped Alabama last year. So like a lot of things don't make sense. But I don't think the team is anywhere near as bad as what people want to believe. I just believe a lot of it's trolling. Like I said, I have to believe. But I do believe that they'll win that. Unfortunately, I don't think Hard Rock will let me parlay all of that. That would be a massive parlay, though. I wonder what the numbers would be if you parlayed FSU over under. Let's see if we can get this. That's games. Regular season wins. Hold on, I need to betting that USC will win. Had me had my thing, my Hard Rock tweaking. Why is it doing this? It's not even letting me do what I want to do. What is anybody else in the chat believe? Does anybody believe, or am I being irrational in my belief that Florida State will win over 7 games? I don't want to believe I'm that irrational. But I think Florida State, I truly do believe Florida State can win that many games. Hold on, still trying to find. I want to do a parlay, see how much money I can win. That'd be like great. Like I want to be one of those people that get the tweet. Like the tweet where they like make the crazy parlay and then like it's like they have would you cash out? All right. So conference winner. So Florida State, they got them at plus 4,000 on Hard Rock. We go regular season wins. They have Florida, so I'm taking. They got plus 135 right now. They won't let me parlay it. Will not let me parlay it. You can't even bet on Florida State reaching the playoff at this juncture. That's insane. That's wild. All right. Plus 25,000 to make the national championship game. But you can't bet on them to go to that's crazy. But let's see if I put $100 on FSU to win the ACC, that gets me $4K. $100 only gets me $235. Only gets me $135 if I win. It just doesn't feel like enough money.
Right, not at all.
Blessed Man says, stay healthy. It's a path to 8, maybe 9 wins. Definitely agree with that. I think they win at 8. But we can go to the next thing. But I think Florida State wins 8.
Already going into some preseason. I'll blow it up for you.
The hype is for real. That's why when people say that Florida State doesn't have a draftable guy, I mean Rawls, Jones, I'm anticipating, but Rawls and Robinson are definitely two guys who we definitely want to, that I expect to be able to do well on both sides of the ball. Rawls should be able to take away the number one wide receiver for any team, and then Deuce has got to be able to be that guy that goes in and has a similar season, if not better, than next year. But we also need another person to be able to ascend. I'm shocked that Makai Danzy isn't getting some preseason hype from for ACC. But you also need Boggs has to be a guy who I believe steps up in the wide receiver room, and I think those would be two names that should really help the quarterback, help the offense become a little bit more dynamic and fluid. You've really got to do some things to be able to get stuff in order and moving in the right direction. It looks like you've been through a lot.
Yeah. All right, we're going over some of the realigning power comments.
Why does it seem so, like the screen seems so small today? Luke put the video struggling on YouTube. Here's what I got. Luke, if it's struggling on your end, that's your Wi-Fi. Like you gotta that's not us. It's streaming live in real time, so it's no drag on our end. So they're doing a realignment based on regions. The ACC makes a lot more sense that way because it's getting mostly coast. It's not the it's like the actual screen. Like normally this right here is wider. It just looks like it's a lot tighter. That's what I mean. I guess if you zoom in on the screen. But looking at the ACC, Boston College, Connecticut, Duke, Louisville's the only one that doesn't make sense there. Maryland, North Carolina State, North Carolina, Pittsburgh, not really. Pittsburgh should probably be wherever the Penn State is. Virginia, Virginia Tech, Wake Forest, and West Virginia all kind of do make a little bit more sense when it comes to that. The Big 12, all of those teams are in the are southern or south or southwest. That makes sense. The Big 10, I still believe that Pitt should be over in that area. But everything else makes more sense. Pac-12, West Coast, and what everybody is terrified of is FSU joining the SEC. Go. You can open it. And then I'm bad. Notre Dame still independent, fighting for that. I can't see the American. I'm trying to think what that makes. Like that makes the American Conference more watchable. That's probably exactly how it should be. Like the lesser teams at the bottom, like the G5, and then the P5 up at the top. But I think USC and UCF though should be in that in the upper part though. I think there are teams that if they were just given the same opportunity as Vanderbilt, they would be really, really good. FAU, FIU, I don't see them consistently being able to do it, but I definitely believe, Memphis is another one that could do it. But I think UCF and USF should get more opportunities to be able to play in the bigger divisions than what they have gotten in the past. And even with the realignment, again, if we're reimagining things, we should be able to make that happen.
All right. On to more college football news. Steve Sarkisian is not ruling out the chance that Arch Manning returns in 2027.
I mean, money talks, and that's one of the biggest things that they're all trying to fight for. So I guess if Arch is getting enough money, Arch is like, shit, I might as well stay. Sark says, we haven't had the discussion, but I would tell you, I would not be surprised. I think Arch really loves college football. I really do. I think he loves the University of Texas. He does pretty good through NIL. He's got some pretty good endorsements going right now, which is a credit to him. Like, basically, he make enough money to be able to stick around for a little bit is what they're saying, what they're alluding at. Hey, he might make more money in college football than he actually is going to make going off to the league. Wow. So he instead of taking a pay cut, he's saying he definitely wants to stick around and see how things go.
When you think of large football comebacks in college, what's the first one that comes to mind? What's the first game?
The biggest comebacks?
Yeah.
Well, the choke at Dope would be the biggest one when UF was up like, I believe 3 or 4 touchdowns in the fourth quarter with like 5 minutes left, and Florida State came back to tie it.
There's a couple from CFB Tracker.
Oh, so
a lot of a certain team up there.
So OU and Alabama dominated, but OU was up 17 points. Oh, college football playoff history. Excuse me, my bad. 34-24, OU 31-14. That should be put to bed. But to be able to come back and win by that margin is crazy by Georgia. Ohio State being up 16 points. This is like one of the biggest things is 21 points. You got to reset the PlayStation, and you got to keep your foot on the gas. But if you're not able to reset that PlayStation, man, that's going to be tough for you. But Alabama, as dominant as Saban's been, to be able to come back and win with that margin, being down 15 and coming back and winning by 7 is insane. But that Georgia one is probably the most notable one. Yeah, most impressive. 31-14. That should be. You should be getting ready to talk about what you're going to do. Like we're one more score from blowing this team out.
Got into some more college football, a little trouble with the automobile. This time it's not Georgia. South Carolina running back Sam Williams-Dixon has been arrested. Williams-Dixon was charged with breaking into an automobile, larceny between $2,000 and $10,000, criminal conspiracy. Williams-Dixon and his brother Elijah broke into 3 different vehicles, stealing multiple valuable items on June 7th to 12th.
Just goes to show you that making money don't make you smarter. You got everything kind of going for you in the manner in which you want it to go, and then you got to break into an automobile. Part of me like, and it wasn't. If it was like a one-time thing at first, it was like, man, maybe he got into something with his girl, something with his old lady, and he had to
start stealing.
Well, like not necessarily stealing, but like say she took something from you, right? Mm-hmm. And now you like, I gotta get it back.
Oh, in her car.
And you went through and you broke in it. Cause like, even if she takes if you take somebody's phone and leave, you stole it. And the grand larceny, 2,000 to 10,000, like that ain't even like no real money. Like you stole a laptop, you stole the phone. Like if you stole the iPhone, you in the larceny phase. And in criminal conspiracy, I only like hearing those terms when I'm listening to crime like the big drug dealers of the 80s when they all got hit with conspiracy. Conspiracy is nothing more than the idea to commit a crime.
Yeah, it's just
Or you were involved in
things.
some, and so like this is like a headache. This is just paying a lawyer for no apparent reason because you got to be able to get yourself out of this situation.
He's probably getting that, right?
Yeah, but like now this is wasting your NIL and your time. And now you've got something on your record for no reason. But if you notice something, I want anybody watching this, again, so we can communicate in the chat, whether you're on Twitter, whether you're on YouTube. If you've listened to me, who do I tell you I cannot trust? So it's a couple types of people. It's a couple types of people on this planet that I'll tell you I don't trust. And if you look at this situation, what would you tell me? Why could this person be deemed untrustworthy? I should say, like, raise your hand if you get it in the chat. Hit it out, call on you. But
I got you.
He's not light skinned. It is hard to trust light skinned men.
We don't got a normal morning crew.
Yeah, that nighttime crew is different. But you cannot trust a man with two last names.
Yeah,
it's just impossible. They don't believe in themselves. They could not pick one. They couldn't pick one last name to roll with. They had to go with two. A double-sided man is lost in all of his ways. So it should be Williams or it should be Dixon. But Williams Dixon is completely untrustworthy. So, but that's unfortunate. They're going to use this to get rid of my man. If he doesn't, he better win. He better start winning some games, man, or he's going to be out of there. Well, no, not him. My bad. I'm talking about Beamer. Because Beamer's got every opportunity to be great.
Well, on to more breaking CFB news. The Big 12 has filed. Let me blow this up for you. The Big 12 has filed a 47-page complaint against Texas Tech and the state of Texas Attorney General seeking a preliminary injunction, which would allow the conference to sanction Texas Tech. The complaint references potential sanctions the board would consider under bylaws, including monetary sanctions and or ban competing in the Big 12 championship game. Is this fallout?
I mean, it doesn't matter now. They got Sorsby up out of there. Sorsby bitched up and bounced. So he said he's entering a supplemental draft. So
that's right. So is there a chance that he doesn't get picked up in the supplemental draft?
Yeah, there's a chance he doesn't get picked up.
Damn, he's sweating right now.
I mean, he should have entered the draft.
Oh, okay. So
he would have been picked up in the draft. But right now, I think a team sacrifices something drafting him in the supplemental draft.
One more on that news. Texas judge restored Brendan Sorsby's eligibility and applied 2-game suspension, but with Big 12 schools revolting against Texas Tech and filing lawsuits, the ground has shifted. Sorsby's college career is over, and the NFL is his next stop. So just basically what you just said.
Yeah. So, I mean, he's got to go. Now they got to shift everything into preparing their number 2 and number 3 quarterbacks to be better.
All right, so we got a little information here, a nice little graphic about how the supplemental draft works.
Oh, this is a good one right here. Is that when will we lay to rest the ChatGPT graphic? It's a little bit. It's becoming too much right now.
It is noticeable. You can tell.
I appreciate what they're doing, but at the same time, it's like, all right, bro. Like, we got to do better than this. But how does the supplemental draft work? I haven't seen it done in a while. Nobody really talks about this very often, but it's not held every year. It's only held if there are eligible players, typically players who lost their college eligibility after the NFL draft. Usually held in July/late summer. Draft is based on weighted lottery order from previous season's records. So tier 1 is teams with less than 7 wins. And that's the Titans, Jets, Raiders, Cards, Giants, Commanders, Browns, Saints, Chiefs, and Bengals. Non-playoff teams with 7 or more: Dolphins, Cowboys, Bucks, Colts, Ravens, Falcons, Vikings, Lions, and tier 3 playoff teams. The Panthers, Packers, Steelers, Eagles, Chargers, Bears, 49ers, Rams, Texans, Bills, Jags, Seahawks, Patriots, and Broncos. Teams submit blind bids for the player in their draft. Teams bid the round 1 through 7 they are willing to use to select a player. Who wins the bid? The team that bids the highest round wins the player. If multiple teams bid the same round, it goes by the highest priority in the lottery tiers. If a tier 1 team and a tier 2 team both bid third round, the priority goes to tier 1 team. What's the cost? If the winning team bids a third round pick, they forfeit their third round pick for the next year's draft. Oh, wow. So that's where it gets a little bit dangerous. So
that's pretty crazy.
Clearly he's not a first round pick. But if you don't care about your second or third, or you feel like if you can get him with a fourth round pick and you believe that he's good enough, then
at least serviceable.
It's not a gamble. It's paying it forward.
Man is failing up.
That part.
Jealous. Well, they have a list of, not a list, they got a couple of past players who entered into the supplemental draft, and some of them have surprised me. Number 1.
I did not know Josh Gordon was a supplemental draft pick.
I know. It's kind of crazy.
Damn, man. Like, that's the guy who really, he should sue the NFL. Because the new rules, he would be like the greatest ever. Like, he just wanted to smoke his weed.
That's it.
And ball.
That's it.
Didn't bother nobody, got in no trouble. Like, imagine a Hall of Famer like the Snoop Dogg, the Cheech and Chong of the Hall of Fame. Because I couldn't say Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg has a personality. Who would he? No, he'd be like Wiz Khalifa. Like, does anybody know where Wiz Khalifa is?
I don't even know if he smokes anymore. He's like super jacked and be boxing and stuff.
Oh well, yeah. That would make no sense.
Right.
Like, we don't want to. Nobody wants to get beat up by a stoner. Stoners are supposed to be chill.
I didn't know this one either.
Chris Carter was one again. Another guy, but his was substance abuse. He drank.
That was the same thing, man. Whoa.
That's why he had to go to Minnesota. They had to get him out of there. I thought Boz was.
Can you be a first round?
Yeah, I thought Boz was actually just drafted. I didn't realize Boz was in the supplemental draft. Yeah, that's when Terrell Pryor. I do remember Terrell Pryor had to, because he got messed up with let's take a trip down memory lane. A coach who's genuinely, he's a bad person because of what he did behind the scenes, but as a coach, he really didn't do anything wrong. Jim Tressel was fired because of Terrell Pryor. He was fired for a lack of institutional control because players sold their bowl rings and jerseys in order to receive tattoos.
Whoa, that's wild.
Imagine that being all over ESPN. Terrell Pryor, and they're questioning his character for trading in an item that he got that they give you, and he didn't want it. He just wanted to give it to somebody else and said, "Hey, man, you know what? I want that." Now, granted, now that you can get tattoos for like $150, it was probably worth a lot more if he would have held on to it. And when you think about the other things that led to this, getting like he got poked up by his girlfriend.
Yeah.
I don't even know if she went to jail.
You need something to keep those memories. The time you got stabbed.
Well, I'm saying he got stabbed in as a pro. And then he had to come to the Jags for a second. Like it was like a lot of things happened in his life that were tough. Came up the hard way. It was a really good player, quarterback, wide receiver. But like, I just want to reiterate. Imagine getting in trouble for selling your jersey. Like not somebody else's jersey, your jersey. And not even selling it, just trading it for another commodity. Everybody likes capitalism until you got to until the people that they want to subject have to get to participate in capitalism. Bartering is one of the such a fundamental human right. But that just seems like it wouldn't even make a blip in today's culture, like in today's NIL landscape. Like I remember they wanted Bobby to step down because Chris Ricks overslept for a test. They're like, oh, he doesn't have any kids. He's lost the locker room because a guy's father, who was an alcoholic, got kicked out of his halfway house because he was sipping. And he went to go be a son, a great son, and he overslept for a test when the teacher could have probably given him some grace. But like, it's just amazing the things that people would question your character for and that aren't really that big. Bernie Kosar, great ESPN documentary about him. He, I believe it was because he's from that way, the Cleveland area. He was LeBron James before LeBron James. And they threatened to like sign him or draft him first. And he chose that he didn't want to go. Like he was like, I'll just go back I'll miss the NFL draft if you guys try to draft me.
Oh, wow.
So that I don't have to do this.
That's crazy.
And it was wild. It was insane. I don't really remember Rob Moore, so I can't even speak intelligently on that one. Okay. That's a lot of guys.
Right. I know.
Like, do they have a different Twitter slide than what I have? Because I thought you only put 4 pics up. Like, it just kept going. Oh, it must. Okay, they have another tweet. If you go scroll down. Yeah, all right. So that's what it was. Okay. But yeah, it's crazy.
Whoa,
you know what's
that guy was an athlete. Look at this.
And you know Bernie Kosar played for, right?
Really?
Yep. The Who.
Dang, so he's one of their best.
Jim, they had no. Jim Kelly was one of their best. That's crazy that he doesn't even come back around. I mean, I know he got sick and everything, but he's never been like playmaker or any of those guys. But yeah, Bernie was hot mid. And like just fresh. The one thing America's gonna sell is mid. And like that was some fresh mid right there, boy.
All right, sticking in the NFL onto our Jaguar segment. True or false? Trevor Lawrence is the top 5 QB in the AFC. I mean,
I'm gonna go with a guy who made the Pro Bowl, even though he didn't take it. Says let Shedeur have it. Josh, better. Lamar, better. Patrick, better. Anybody? Well, no, your boy, but in Boston.
Oh, Drake.
I'm gonna give Drake. Drake had a good year. Everybody else, I mean, after that is Denver maybe, but no.
Yeah, no.
He beat him head to. No, I'm not gonna give him that. Not giving my guy in San Diego. I mean, LA, the Chargers. Not giving them that. Yeah, that's what we were just talking about. I think Mayfield. Baker is not in is in the NFC. But the Oregon Duck from Auburn. That's with Buffalo, not Buffalo. With Denver. That it's Denver, Chargers, CJ. Those would be ones that you could all like. Yeah, so you could all kind of like Bo Nix, Herbert, CJ Stroud, Trevor are all guys that you could have that argument for number 5. But you know, I'm going the Jags beat the Broncos. The Jags have consistently beat Herbert. He knocked out CJ this year, even though CJ went further, but CJ got a little bit better draw. I don't really have anybody else to be able to. I mean, Steelers, no. Jets, hell no. Dolphins, hell no. So that leaves our guy in Buffalo. CJ maybe in your division. That's it. That's the only person I'm going with that. Both Cephas, Herbert. Damn sure nobody from the fucking Raiders. Oh, and but we already said Pat, right? Yeah. So Pat, you know, Pat is the only one in that division that I can truly say is better. Joe Burrow is. He had a sparkle when he started, but to me, he's just been like he keeps getting hurt. Damn sure nobody in the Steelers. We already said Lamar.
Yeah.
I'm missing somebody. What's the other team? Oh, and then the Browns. Fuck that. Hell no. So that's easy.
Oh wow.
But Pat, Lamar, Josh, and May. Those would be the only 4 that I would take over Trevor. And May has did it 1 year to where I would take him over Trevor. Like right now, you never know. I'm waiting on what's today. Wait a minute, what day did they say? So I can make sure I have me. I want some wine when the day comes out. When they the Diana, was it Tarazi? When the Athletic puts out more of the information.
Oh, Rossini?
Yeah.
I didn't know. They said.
I thought they put a date out that they're going to drop it. They're going to drop the mixtape.
Why would you do that?
Like, they're trying to wait till this is the last. Oh, they're going to do it next week. They got to do it next week because mandatory mini camps are this week. So they got to do it after this, and everybody's going to be sitting there.
And they waited for after the NBA finals.
It's going to be. It is literally. Baseball is the only thing they're competing with. Nobody gives a fuck about that. As the hockey it's Stanley Cup's over, right? Carolina won, right?
Yeah, it's over.
Yeah, so just nothing's available. It's great. Except for the AFL. UFL championships are done, everything. We saw 50 Cent was rapping.
This is cool. This is funny. Would you cop one of these?
No.
They're selling. Yeah.
He looked like a part of the community. That looked like a ploy to get more of the community involved in the Jags. This is what conservatives should be mad. Like they got Ellen. They could have just got Ellen to act like Trevor Lawrence, and nobody would have known the difference.
Okay, this is a little fun. From stars to sleepers. At Benny Arthur identifies an X factor for every AFC team. The players poised to have an outsized impact on their squads in 2026. So have your fantasy draft notes ready. Do you agree with most of these?
X factor for blow it up again.
I mean, oh yeah, I got you. X factor for every AFC team next season.
Okay. Shout out to Zion Young, the rookie, being the X factor for the Ravens. BTJ definitely the X factor for the Jags. Greg Rousseau, Hurricane. Longest yard, Rashee Rice.
It's always something every year with him. We've been waiting on him forever.
Bo, yeah.
Did
Michael Pittman Jr. still playing?
The center.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of tame. Like the X factor is
It's not gonna be Drake.
the offensive lineman, like a center that nobody would know if you didn't say anything. Like I mean, I'm not saying he's not good. I think he is good, but I'm just saying very few kids walk in the store and be like, "Give me the Jared Wilson jersey," because they don't get the same shine as all the skill players get. But like,
I didn't even know Michael Pittman Jr. went to the Steelers.
me neither. I just can't wait for the fall of the Steelers. Just something about me just feels
I
bad.
think I know why. It's because you don't want them to succeed without the black coach.
Without a doubt.
Yeah, me too.
And something about it, even though they're the least racist family, something about it feels racist. I don't know what about it is. I mean, I'm sure somebody's going to pick that apart, but I just feel in my spirit that they're like, they just didn't want to see that man prevail. They're like, all right, that's enough. They could have at least got Mike McDaniel and satisfied everybody. You got a quarterback. The black, like, and then after you fire him, we will all be ready to move on to a full white. But no, I'm saying that was Mike. Yeah, that was the quarterback.
Yo, he's terrible.
Quarterback. Like I said, you're gonna fire him, but he's a bridge guy. Now, if they fire the guy after having a bad season, but I know they're not. It's a Super Bowl winning quarterback. I mean, Super Bowl winning coach. You can't just fire him after one. McCarthy.
I shouldn't even judge him that harshly.
Like I like McCarthy, but like it's just I mean, you talking about Mike McDaniel, yeah. But no, because the black man tried to tell him that this man was trash. The one that's suing the league. Like he said, he said he was soft and he was stupid. He told us, you don't remember? Like I remember because Denny was getting mad at me, and then he came on board, and my boy Bernie was like, "Hey man, stay off my dog." I'm like, "No, your dude's brain is smooth. It was smooth beforehand." And he said, I just don't know the playbook very well. I don't understand it. Like, yo, you can't say that. You were the number one overall. You were a top pick. Can't be out here telling people you're stupid. Yeah, man. We it makes me feel like the Alabama caller was right. Like, what if he doesn't understand English? Who's going to be there to interpret the playbook for him? She had genuine concern. And it seems her concerns were valid.
All right, we got some Pro Football Network odds. I'll put them up real quick. Most likely teams to reach the AFC Championship game this season per PFN's football playoff meter. I mean, this is pretty chalk.
Well, you got a guy who's got to play for his freedom. So I think 12.7% is extremely low for the Kansas City Chiefs.
You know what? Yeah, that's the only thing that's not chalk. It seems like they were past the part where just because it's Mahomes, we're going to put him up there.
Yeah. How old is Mahomes? Like, is this the time when Mahomes, they're going to start saying he got his last payday?
Ain't no way.
Because you saw how much he's getting paid. Like, they just redid his contract.
Unless he wants to take the pay cut, that's the only way he's not doing that.
He's 30 years old. That used to be the death until Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady proved that you can play well into your geriatric years.
But he ain't built quite like.
No, he's not at all. He's built like
he likes to eat too.
Tom used to be built like a white man, an athletic white man, until he started taking his health serious. Pat definitely is not taking after his dad's genes. I mean, his dad genes were so good. I mean, he was an athlete in like the 70s and 80s. Like they started their day off with a full flask, 3 Lucy's, and some scrambled eggs with ketchup, with cheese and ketchup. Yeah, like they knew, like they just were like, that was what nutritionists said was the best thing to do. Like that, they were making moves. The best part of waking in black coffee, like Folgers. Like what we call crap coffee now, like they craved airport coffee. Like nothing's worse than, unless you're in first class. You're in first class, not bad. But when you're in normal class with a gin pop, nothing's worse than the airport coffee. It smells bad. It tastes terrible. but that was the breakfast of champions.
This would be an athlete with a 9 to 5.
Yeah, that was like when after in between innings, after you just got done pitching, you go out there and you just pat them. You get you a good pack of menthols. Like you had a guy, they didn't even need to eat. Who was my guy that like was on a whole bender? For the Pittsburgh. He was eating pills and shrooms, and he pitched a no-hitter. That's when your men were men. Man pitched a no-hitter high on shrooms, and people want to talk about the athletes today aren't better. Actually, I won't be honest with you. My All-American game I played in, I was hungover. I was drinking all night, partying. Came out, played a fucking phenomenal game.
All right. Who is your sleeper team to win that?
This is bullshit. They don't have the Jags there, so that's who my sleeper team. That is who my sleeper team is.
And the Cowboys again.
Man, get out of here, man. I do not believe in the Cowboys.
Saints finalizing 1-year deal with defensive end Cam Jordan, returning for his 16th season in New Orleans.
They just hoping that boy made the right decision and just get out of there. Like Cam Jordan just looks like never mind. I don't even want to say anything disrespectful that could come back to bite me, but like that's a look of a guy who looks like he needs football in his life. Like I'm afraid for the world.
Yeah.
If he's not around for football. But going back to the last slide and why it's disrespectful. Do you know like what would happen to Jacksonville? It like people, it need, you know what, for politics' sake, it needs to happen. And I'm gonna tell you why. It would suck for Donna Deegan. I like Donna, but it gotta happen, right? And here's why it has to happen. Jacksonville is a notoriously red city. Very red, could be blue, but 35% of the population is African American, and they ain't voting, so they ain't worried about that.
First thing I noticed, it's a lot of blacks.
It is a lot of blacks. New York is probably super New York right now. Like I don't even want to go up there. Like I mean, it is like right now they need like an Avengers level threat to come in right now. Philly, when they grease the polls for in case they won. Like that is insane. You're supposed to be mad when you lose. They're so happy that they're angry. If Jacksonville wins the Super Bowl, for the first time in sports history, we will be able to say that a red city truly acted an ass. They're quick to say, "What about Chicago?" Like Jacksonville ain't been called murder cap since I was Kai's age. But what we would see is a unity of races come together and do absolutely ignorant shit. Like they would converge. It would be so crazy in the streets. You would hear Strafe Set It Off played on repeat and people whooping. You would hear Duval Bang 'em, West Side Bang 'em, whatever that dumbass song that came out a couple years ago was. No offense to you, sir. Don't shoot me. Young Acene's Who I Smoke would be played on repeat. It would be like the new national anthem. Little Duval, smile, bitch, smile. I'm living my best life. Would be going like Duval would go insane. Again, I saw what happened last year when they were winning. Little Duval magically. I told y'all what happened with Little Duval. He magically appeared out of nowhere on a bicycle. One of them little cling cling bicycles. And I'm like, yeah, it's me. I'm like, damn, man. No midgets coming out of the dark places. Cheerful midgets. It would be so incredible if Jacksonville won a Super Bowl, but like it's a lot that would have to happen. My life would be incredible too. So like it'd be dope. But yeah.
On to the next, we got speaking still on Cam Jordan. He's also one of the longest tenured people in the NFL.
Damn. That's a long time to be playing.
5,000.
I mean, him and both of those guys. All of those guys play real positions too, like positions that are like you gotta hit.
Right, still a top lineman in the league.
Mm-hmm. Old man strength. Once you learn how to do it, you ain't gotta do all that tussling. Like, just get where you need to get.
He's one of the few linemen that like go viral for some of his highlights and stuff. All right, going on to some more sad news here. It says the family of Aldon Smith has decided to send his brain to medical experts in Boston to see if CTE played a role in the former NFL defensive lineman's death. So yeah, scientists.
I mean, man, yeah, it sucks.
Yeah,
but he has some issues that were exacerbated by drugs and Medicaid. I don't want to just sprinkle CTE on it to make us feel better about Aldon Smith. He lived a bad life. I mean, there is no, again, until I see the brain of someone else, like when Myron Roll's brain is donated to science, and you tell me his is smooth as a marble, then I'll believe it. But like everybody that encounters brain trauma or hits doesn't turn into a terrible person. And I don't necessarily think he's a terrible person. I just think there were other things that attributed to the brain deterioration that, like, unless you find me a guy who just hit and he went through something similar and he didn't self-medicate, meaning he did not have alcohol issues, he did not have other drug issues, I will go with that. But for me, like, to be honest with you, like, I am diabetic, so I take metformin, and they're saying metformin, long-term use of metformin gives you the same brain deterioration as what people say with CTE. So you can't just use those things. Now, what I will say is Jason Fatlock is a fucking asshole.
Yeah.
Like, you can believe a certain way, but dog, like, you don't have to say it in the manner in which that motherfucker said it. He said CTE is a joke. Aldon Smith drank and drugged most of his life. A troubled kid with a troubled past. But let's blame football. CTE is a crock. Like, just because your body is smooth and you weren't really good at football doesn't mean that, that's the hard part. I don't ever want to agree with Jason Whitlock. Man, you know what? Fuck it. CTE is real.
Right.
If Jason Whitlock doesn't think it's real, then damn it, it's real.
It's just like, how would he know? He just wants clicks. Whatever.
Once clicks, he's going to say, if it's a black person,
right,
and they're roasting him, or there's any opportunity, he's got it. He's Uncle Ruckus. I know a guy, I'm not going to say his name, but I believe I learned in coaching him, like, he always had an issue when they were like some of the hood kids or the inner city kids would come around, and he was black. But then I realized there are black people who are afraid to be around black people.
Yes, for sure.
And it's weird.
I mean, there was a point in my life where I just didn't want it. I was like,
it's a difference.
Too many words.
But like, anytime somebody came up and they were black, they were just like, yo, yeah, you know, we don't want that kind of energy around the program. We don't want them, even when a white man, albeit he had a black wife, were the ones who brought the static. He still somehow blamed the black people.
He must have been bullied by the black when he was young.
Might be. He might have been, but like, dude, we're grown now.
Some people never escape their trauma. I'm sorry. Yeah, he's annoying. But this is exciting. I didn't know. There's some big names still here remaining as free agents. Do you know
Damn, Joey.
Any of these people?
Which one is Magabosa?
Which one was who?
Magabosa. But I didn't know Joey was still there. Bobby Wagner probably won't get a job until right before the season. I didn't know Diggs was still out. Well, no, I did know. He's got to stop. They got to figure out. He got a weird case still. Debo, I thought Vaughn and Jadeveon would go ahead and hang him up.
That's what I thought.
Keenan Allen, wow.
He could. Well, damn, he's a free agent. So I wonder how long he was tenured with San Diego.
He was there forever, man.
Well, yeah, for real. Damn.
Man.
It's like these are all big names from like when I was really
Like when I first got into fantasy, Keenan Allen was clutch.
yeah. They got some mileage on them. Joey Bosa, I ain't surprised though.
Daryl Jackson put some cats in the Navy Special War that got CTE. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Like, they probably don't have CTA. They probably got shell shocked and like a whole bunch of other like what PTSD. Like that's, if we want to be for real, a lot of us have that grew up in certain areas. Like the psychology is saying that we have PTSD.
Yeah, for sure.
Like you've seen some things that are only equivalent to seeing what people would have seen in war.
And it's not even that we're saying CTE doesn't exist completely. It's just you can't sprinkle it on.
Yeah, I just don't like it. Like it's one of those things where like don't just say something bad happened.
Yeah.
CTE. Yep.
I'm sorry. This is which of these helmets is your favorite?
I like the Bengals one.
Yeah. As far as I do. I mean, these are all kind of fun.
Yeah, the Broncos, the Bucks one is nostalgic.
I do like the Cardinals, just the white and the shaded in right here. Yeah, these are fire. Oh, this is our guy. I don't know if we're gonna get the sound to work here, but it's only 11 seconds. This is our guy. We love to see him doing it.
Oh,
actually, I've seen this one already too.
This is awesome.
We meet so many people that came all across the country, but
I said, hold up, wait a minute.
block man. I'm a block man.
You're a black man.
We meet so many.
Perfect at this. He's so
I mean,
even the cheesy joke is said with perfect timing and delivery and laugh after this. He was born for this and football.
I love Jameis.
I'm a block man.
It's such a good delivery. He needs to be. You know who I didn't care if he played anymore or not? Sierra's husband. I don't care if Sierra's husband would have played, and I'm sure Sierra's husband's going to do a pretty good job as a commentator.
Yeah.
I know Jameis is going to do a good job.
Yeah.
And I just wish they didn't take his playing career from me. But I need to see him be great. Like, this is his calling. He's going to be so good. Like, even like the face right now.
Yeah, I was like, I paused it on this place. Let me just leave it.
You know what? You know who he is? And I know this isn't a popular thing, even though I don't think that man did it. Diddy might have did some of it, but this man didn't do what they accused him of doing. Remember when they used to make spoofs of Bill Cosby? With the man, jelly pudding pie, yeah. That's Jameis. And Jameis does have a weird case on him, even though he didn't do it either. Like, Jameis could be the Bill Cosby face of whatever sport he wants to be. Like, tell me, he might not know shit about soccer, but you'd watch it. He knows about baseball. I'd watch more baseball games if he was commentating. I'm damn sure watching football. Man, put him on the set with Charles Barkley and Shaq.
Oh, go crazy.
Kenny,
Go crazy.
man, they would be wilding. This man is just really, he's so comfortable at who he is that it almost makes other people uncomfortable.
Right here, this is according to DraftKings Sports. Most career earnings in the NFL. QBs make up all 10 of the 10. Yeah,
Makes
QBs
sense.
make up 18 of the top 20. The two non-QBs, Trent Williams, 218 million, and Von Miller, 198 million.
Team C, or do you need it the other way?
I mean, damn. Matt Stafford.
Damn near half a billion.
Dak Prescott stealing money. Kirk Cousins' agent needs to be in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah. God damn. This nigga Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, that's crazy. Quarterback's getting paid, man.
All right, we are on to the BS or busting segment here. It's gonna surprise me as well. It says beef barbacoa grilled cheese.
Probably.
Grilled cheese. Let's begin by cubing up a chuck roast.
What's
If you want a sandwich,
yeah, the burrito.
Yeah. Ooh.
So American French dip is what this would be.
It was a yes.
Yeah, I mean, I was good. The dip is what makes it. I don't need the lemon though.
Ooh.
Okay. Yeah.
Yo.
Butter. Mm-hmm. Is he individually toasting? Okay.
Yes.
That's a lot of love. He didn't have to do that. That was a lot, but I'm gonna appreciate it though. And you got the au jus, that juice right there. That's gonna make it not dry. Smashing like that porn star did 50 cents, baby mama. Hell yeah. Could have kept without the citrus, but I wonder if the citrus made it. I don't know what the citrus did, but like I would have kept some of that because that looked like a bit of bomb ass salsa.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's the
I would have liked more control over the cheese though. It's not. I'm being particular right now, so it's not like it's getting ate. Like, don't get it twisted. But like we could have had like some slices. And I don't want to lose. I don't want the barbacoa. It sounds so much better than the beef or meat because those would be things you have to say. Pause.
Yeah.
Well, the barbacoa, I don't want that to get lost in everything just going all over the place.
Yeah.
But hell, yeah. Yeah, I don't even know what the. Does anybody ever just like? I know what bay leaves are supposed to be like, but has anybody ever been like, "Damn, my mama forgot to put it in the pot. Now it tastes awful." Like, with that, does anybody think that's gonna fuck it up? And what person just said, "Wait a minute, hold on." Like, what person in ancient history said, "This tastes delicious. I know it's missing random leaf off of a tree. But hell yeah, that is busting right there. Smash.
That is the last on the list. That's all we got
Oh,
for today.
all right, well, cool, man. A little quick hitter here on this hump day. Couple days coming. We have the camp coming up. It is sold out, but now we can focus on the book bag drive and all the other different things that we have going on. Really appreciate everybody for chopping it up with me. We will see you guys next time.